From Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, this is a Weather Watch Alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. Coming up on noontime, I'm meteorologist Ryan Breton in the Fox 61 Weather Center. A very impactful snowstorm this morning, dumping a lot of snow in a short period of time, but it will be coming to an end over these next couple of hours from northwest to southeast. Want to take a look outside right now to show you the scenes. You can see in Hartford, the snow is winding down, still coming down lightly, but some of the heaviest snow in the state right now is actually falling around the Mohegan Sun area. We have a very heavy snow band that was once over the Hartford area, and now it's moving down in that direction. And in Westport and Fairfield County, the snow not falling as heavily. It's starting to wind down there. So the message right now is that the heaviest snow moving out of western and central Connecticut and into eastern Connecticut. Here's a closer look at Hartford right now. Visibility is still low, but the snow is not falling at the intense rate that it did much of the morning, 1 to 2 inches per hour for several hours. And that was just too much for road crews to keep up with. Here's a picture coming in from Middletown, close to about 10 inches of snow reported there. And we have several reports all across the state that are now up in that 10 to 14 inch range. Bethlehem, around 14 inches of snow. Bristol, 13 inches. Several reports in West Hartford over a foot, between 13 and 15 inches, depending on the spotter you're looking at. Farmington, a foot of snow. Newington, 10.5 inches of snow. Portland, 10. Rocky Hill, Middlebury, all around 10 as well. And we're still adding to the snow in places like Killingly, Middlefield, and Mystic. Those numbers will be on the way up over these next couple of hours. But here comes the end of the snow. The back edge now moving from northwest to southeast, coming through Litchfield County. You see the darker blues here now over eastern Connecticut. That was the heavy band of snow that was over the Hartford area and the I-84 corridor. It's now moving southeast. So the very heavy snow that was here is now moving through eastern Connecticut, and in parts of say the 395 corridor, you will have those snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour over these next couple of hours. Here's a closer look at that. You can see we do have steady snow falling around Monroe, toward Milford, a little bit lighter around New Haven. The back edge approaching the Waterbury area, where Waterbury, Wolcott, Bristol, all picking up near or even over a foot of snow. Northwest Connecticut, you actually really weren't the jackpot in places like Canaan, I should say, at Heartland, and the snow is pretty much ended here other than a few flurries. In Hartford, the heaviest snow has ended, but we still have some light snow falling right now, and the back edge is just about to come over the mountain in Avon and work down toward Hartford, so very little additional accumulation expected here. But eastern Connecticut, you may still pick up another 2, 3, maybe 4 inches in spots with this heavy band that's right around 395. Norwich in the dark blues, same with Plainfield over to Windham and Lebanon. These places within the dark blue shading, heavy snow that can be 1 to 2 inches per hour. So conditions still going downhill in eastern Connecticut, even though they're starting to improve in the northwest corner of the state. And you can see that line that's beginning to press southeast. Here's a look at the storm system. Very impressive to our south. Thunderstorms offshore. It's spinning up and now pulling away, and that's why the weather will continue to improve this afternoon. Here's a look at the snow end times for most of us, coming to an end over the next 2 or 3 hours, but it may take until after 3 o'clock for the snow to completely end in eastern Connecticut. For most of us, it's been a very wet and pasty snow, so keep that in mind when you're shoveling this afternoon. It'll be quite heavy and dense. Temperature in Hartford 32, but New Haven it's 35, and it's 34 from Groton to Chester. So this is not a light and powdery snow that's easy to shovel out or move off your car. Take some breaks, take it slow, help a neighbor if you can, because especially in central Connecticut, there is a lot of it to shovel out. Within this stripe, several reports between 10 and 14 inches, and that extends from Sherman and New Milford through Waterbury, Plymouth, Bristol, Hartford, Newington, up through Tolland, and then into Union, too. That seems like the jackpot spots here. But where the band's now sitting over eastern Connecticut, I think we'll get several more totals that come up closer to 10 inches in the end. So it was a very, very impressive morning, and you can see the band moving out this afternoon, and the evening commute should be much better. The good news is the temperatures will not quickly drop this afternoon, so you should have an opportunity to clean things up before the temperatures do drop tonight. and whatever is slushy and still out there will be freezing up tonight. Could be some delays first thing in the morning tomorrow, especially in the spots that got 11, 12, 13 inches of snow, as we'll start tomorrow morning with temperatures in the 20s. It is a chilly Valentine's Day. Temperatures only into the low and mid 30s, and it will be a brisk day with a northwest wind coming in between 10 and 20 miles per hour. So the snow ending over the next couple of hours, a bright, brisk day tomorrow, and then temperatures will be cooler than we've been, but pretty seasonable for this time of the year. We will be back with another live update at 1 o'clock. In the meantime, you can get the latest anytime on FOX61.com. But for those of you joining us here on TV, we'll send you back to Judge Mathis in progress.